All right, Fight Day Live Chat, UFC Vegas 33. It's your boy, Lock of the Night, Manpreet. Over at my boy Z's house, as you guys can see, we are getting nice and cozy now, ready to go for the show. I believe all the levels and everything are on and good to go for the mixer. So if you guys are having any issues with the sound, please do let me know in the comment section. But yeah, it took me about an hour and a half to 2 hours to get up here, thanks to cottage country traffic. Z tried to warn me, and I'm still like, I'll be fine. But no, I was not fine. And since that amount of time, since I left my house, apparently we lost 2 fights and got one back then, right? I believe it was Haniyaya. And
we lost Haniyaya versus Krung Ho Kang, and then we thought we lost Jared Gooden versus Stolze, but then they changed their mind. And it's back on, apparently.
I don't know how that happens. Like, how does it go from being canceled to not canceled? Does he not have COVID anymore?
I don't know.
Is that what the fuck happened?
There's a mix-up. They spilled a test or something. I don't know.
Good God. I wouldn't even be surprised if we get one of those situations tonight, like the Trevin Giles thing, right? Remember when he like passed out like halfway to the fucking card and didn't fucking step out?
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised, considering how things are going. Like, I don't think I can remember the last card that lost these many fights in the last 24 hours. Is there one that comes to mind?
No, I mean, it's crazy, man. Especially like this late, right? Like when you and I were like back in the day, right? Back in the day, I remember fights used to get canceled, but it was always like a big deal. It was like, oh, it's a terrible injury. He has to pull out. But these days it seems like, especially fight week, they drop like flies. But this week especially. Yeah,
we had 2 weigh-in gaps where people actually didn't end up making it to the scale. Or actually made it to the scale, never ended up doing it. But what did we lose yesterday? Nico Montano and
of course we lost Nico Montano. How are you gonna put money?
Shut up, Z. Shout out to everybody that's already in the chat. We got 76 guys in here. Nigel Lee, what's going on, my guy? He's saying just got that feeling tonight's going to be a shit show with this card. That's why I'm with my man Z, to make it even fun, even more fun. Luckily, we have Bellator as well going on, so we'll be flipping between those two. I'd say I'm way more stoked for most of the Bellator fights compared to the UFC card, right? Wouldn't you say? Like,
yeah, I made the mistake of looking into LFA and UFC and kind of omitting Bellator this week, and it's probably the best card.
I got my guy calling me, who I'm grabbing tickets with for UFC 266. I don't know why he's calling me right now. Give me 1 second to make sure I know what's going on.
Sure.
Marcus, what's going on? You're live on the stream with me right now. I don't know if they can hear you though. Oh, it's not picking up. Okay, never mind. I'll just call him back. Bellator is solid fights though, right? The main event, obviously, McKee and Pitbull. Co-main event, it's a big fight. Why can't I remember it off the top of my head?
Pull it
up. Sanchez and Bernal. That's a fucking great fight. It's hilarious. Bernal goes from like number 2 fight last time around. He was on the prelims, buried, and then now he gets a co-main event spot. But he's that skilled, right? He deserves that spot.
Yeah, he's a guy who should still be in the UFC, I think. Like, he has close fights with good fighters, you know? And I see a lot of love for him from the betting community this week. Yeah,
minus 145 now. I unofficially, I have a little bit on Emmanuel Sanchez at plus 110. I thought that was a great line already. So, fucking plus 120, plus 125 now. People continue to think that Mads Bernal is the shit. I could see it. I bet on him last time. He was my last lock of the night play when he fought one on that Bellator card against Saul Rogers. Nice little cash there.
There you go.
And then Yamauchi. I can't wait for this fight. Yamauchi versus Chris Gonzalez. Stud Chris Gonzalez. You know about him?
Yeah, I bet him last time out, I think. He's the
Roger
guy. Yeah, used him to fade.
Solid wrestler, Team Alpha Male guy. But still young in his career, 6-0, right? Going up against Gaoti Yamauchi, probably one of the more underrated BJJ guys out there. Love that guy. Like, he's super slick with his jits. Been around in Bellator forever. Like, I think to like this double digits. He's been around with Bellator. But never really gets to crack the spot, right? Like, I think he's had big spots against Michael Chandler. He came up short. The last fight he got robbed. He lost to Bubba Jenkins. Was just,
I remember that. Yeah, I remember the Dan Moore fight now.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? Yeah, he was obviously a chalky favorite in that spot. I didn't put too much money on it. Go ahead.
It's the kind of night. We got quantity over quality though. Like, if there's not any great fights, at least we have a ton of fights to watch.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm just hoping that we don't get too much conflict in terms of when the fights are going down. I think because the Bellator main card actually starts at 10, if I'm not mistaken. And the main card for the UFC starts at 9. So not too bad. Yeah. Oh no, that's not what I'm looking at.
7 apparently.
7 p.m.
I don't know if that's
7 p.m. is prelims.
Okay.
7 p.m. is prelims. Yeah, but I think their main card starts at 10, which is great. Because I think that we'll at least get time to watch Pitbull McKee without having too much issues. Even though, no matter what,
we have enough screens. We have enough screens
yeah,
here.
You guys should see this fucking setup. It's fucking ridiculous right now. I feel like I'm in a spaceship, just an MMA streaming spaceship right now. It's fucking dope. Let's see what else everybody else is saying in here. I see Clint's in the chat. What's going on, dude? It is definitely very cozy here. Disease is a great host. It's a great host. Jonas Schiffman in the chat. How on earth can I get to Canada the next hour? Good luck, dude. I don't know how you're going to be able to figure that shit out, but it would be great if you could join us on the couch here too. Tristan Sherhouse. This is one of my. I'm not sure how often he's in your streams, but solid dude. Sick collab stream, yeah. Z's close enough that we can do this. It's about an hour and a half, 2 hour drive, but for these types of things, I'm down to do it.
Yeah, you can make your way out of the rat's nest and come up here and see how
see nature.
Yeah, see a few trees, bring a few trees.
Oh shit, Dan Goldstein. Look at this group of degenerates and undesirables. He self-cured himself of COVID-19, patient 0. I think he's talking about Stolze, I believe.
Yeah, cured himself. Yeah.
PayPal. Yes, I have been eating good. Your boy got some quarantine since fucking quarantine started. Dan Goldstein saying Nico Montana trying to smuggle a Hasbullah to the side. God, I love it. I love it. PayPal is saying Bellator has 2 good fights. The rest is typical prospect versus Can.
And that's the thing. A lot of wide lines.
Yeah, wide lines for sure. But like they're intriguing matchups. Like Mamedov versus Primus is a great fight too, right? Like I think that's a stiff enough challenge for Mamedov, even though he's minus 200 in this spot. I think so. It's a good test for him. If he can pass that, then yeah, he should be able to do some good things in Bellator. Gonzalez against Yamauchi, yeah, I guess that's a closer line fight, but prospect against up and comer. Bellator mainstay against up and comer. I totally forgot that fucking Vanessa Porto's fighting tonight too, which is so weird. Kassan Magomed Sharipov, obviously, Zabit's brother, fighting Jonathan Quiros. The guy's 3-4, so we pretty much know
what's the line on that. Oh, minus 1200.
Yeah. Oh, would you look at that? Dude, I remember there was a couple of weeks ago where they had a debuting wrestler at like minus 800. And I even tweeted out, I'm like, as soon as they announced the matchup, I tweeted, I'm like, Bellator, we see you. We know what you're doing, right? The guy was fighting like a 2-4 guy or something like that. And the kid gets stiffed immediately, gets knocked out.
Tough, man. They don't always go that easy,
First MMA fight, right? Like,
yeah, when it's so new like that. Like that's what happened to Pico a lot of the time too, right? Like he's got all the skills. They were trying to set him up, and then he just keeps getting deaded. Yeah.
But luckily for him, he's kind of learned from that right now, right? Like he's slowly carving out that spot for himself in the MMA world. Let's see what else the chat is saying here. My guy, I believe the bookies is coming in from Thailand.
Oh,
3:36 at night. Not sure if I actually will buy this thing away for this card. I wouldn't blame you. I would not blame you at all. Narco Cop in the chat. What's going on, my guy?
What's up, Narco?
Again, if anybody could let me know if the audio is good, that would be great.
True, yeah. Let me know about my mic. I don't know how close I need to be.
I just want to make sure that it's all good. Lucrative MMA betting on the podcast last night, too. What's going on, buddy? Gonzalez versus Yamauchi is very interesting. Me and Z cast Gonzalez against Huerta last time. Big step up here, but he's just plus 130. Excited for that one. Yeah, I think Yamauchi is a very stiff test, especially if he wants to get his wrestling going. I think he's going to struggle here with Gaiote, who could probably get the better positions.
Yeah, let's talk about UFC so I don't feel like such a casual.
What are you talking about? Oh, you haven't even looked at it?
No, I haven't looked at it.
Well, you know these guys kind of, though, no?
Oh, that's old.
You don't know Yamauchi?
I do. I remember him from his last fight now. He did get robbed. I remember.
Yeah. But BJJ Wizard for sure. And then Chris Gonzalez, you obviously know him because you taped him. I'm not sure how quickly you forgot about him, but.
I knew he was good enough to beat Huerta, and so did James from Lucrative MMA. Yeah.
Perfect.
We laid the chalk there.
Shout out to my guy, MMA Fight Club, saying the audio was good.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate it, guys. Genova someone is saying Locke's mic is not on. Are you sure about that? Are you sure? Seems like everybody else is saying. It's
Evo knows what's up.
Vincent Magno saying both sound good. Appreciate you guys. Narco saying
Vincent.
2 goats in one room. Vincent's my dude too, man. What's going on?
He's a hater of mine. He hates me.
He hates you.
He hates me.
He says, "Good to see the man Z on the pod."
Okay. So he's trying to butter me up now. It's all good, Vincent.
Dan Goats in the streaming chat has more goats than a petting zoo. Love it. C. Heisenboodle is saying, "What side is Lock on in the Gutierrez fight?" Just tuned in. Gutierrez fight. Is somebody named Gutierrez fighting tonight? Yeah, definitely not. You might want to fact check yourself there, butter.
Is there a Gutierrez? Chris, you mean Grootsmacher?
That would be a large swing and a miss if he means Grootsmacher by saying Gutierrez.
I think he does.
We'll let him correct himself before I answer anything. Royal saying, "Do you guys think Roe gets it done today?" I'm pretty sure Z has a bet.
I got a bet. I bet Roe. I missed the line by a bit, but I still, when I looked into it, like, that was one where there was all this hype, like, oh, Roe's a good dog, Roe's a good dog. And then I looked into it and I was just like, yeah, he's a good dog. Like, he's got so much height and reach here. Also, he missed weight, so that's a bonus. But then even the skills, like, from my perspective, Kosi's not bad, but still very green, spins a lot. Like,
that's
spams the spins. And I just don't see him, pressuring Roe the same way a guy like Gabe Green could, you know what I mean? And people talking about, oh, great, Gabe Green did it, but Gabe Green is a savage. He's tough. That's a hard guy to handle, like, he'll come at you. So, I think Roe is just his physical advantages, and considering there's no, like, real huge skill set on the other side, I took 160 on Roe at plus 137.
How do you feel about the fact that he missed weight? Do you think it's going to have too much of an impact?
I think it just speaks volumes to the size difference. So I don't hate it. And it's the right margin. It's like 3 pounds. Like, if you miss by like, the guy just can't get it there, it's like, damn, But if you miss by a few pounds, I think, it's just kind of a bonus.
Yeah, I think it was Clint last night who posted a picture of Jared Gordon and Phil Rose side by side, and they fight at the same fucking weight class. Yeah. It's insane how big this dude is.
Bro, I remember back in the day trying to talk to people who are just getting into the sport, and the guy was like, what weight class would I be? And he's like, $180, but like kind of not lean, you know? And I was like, you could cut down to 155. And the arguments I got, like, people are just like, that's impossible. You can't do that. You can't lose weight. I'm like, yo, we're talking about weight cutting. Like, it's nuts, man. It's nuts.
Doughboy Nasty's like, Lock versus Z in a smoke-off win.
I'll tap out.
Again, we're getting closer. I think you're 30, right, Z? You're 30?
Yeah, I'm 30.
I'm turning 30 in October. I can't smoke like I used to. I'll smoke, but...
I've never been a guy who's like, yo, let's get
fucking...
the rocket ship. Like, I just want a nice little puff.
Yeah.
Some mild 15% sativa.
And call it a nice night. That's it.
Just get that feeling.
Rex Lee, my guy, is saying, when are you guys going to braid each other's hair? We'll see how tonight goes. Shout out to my guy Rex Lee, though.
If Rafa wins by knockout in the first round, there's no telling what the stream's going to
be. He's going to have his fucking shirt off. He's going to try braiding my hair.
That's a different stream.
That's that premium shit. C. Heisenberg said, I meant Gonzalez. So he's talking about Gonzalez and Yamauchi. I'm on the Yamauchi side there. I do think that he'll be, even though he'll be at a wrestling disadvantage in this spot, I do think that Gonzalez will probably need his wrestling to win this fight. That goes right into the trap of Gaioti's jiu-jitsu, I think. And I think it's going to cause him troubles in terms of, being able to establish top position. I think Yamauchi should be able to hit some reversals, maybe get the better of those positions, and then either control the fight or find a submission. Close fight, I do lean Yamauchi. I have him in like a lottery parlay. That's really about it. So, no real money on that spot. Monk Maddox saying, 2 of the best. Let's burn 1 or 2 and win some. I love it. Lucrative MMA betting, legendary link up going on right now. But if you guys don't spark the tree live on here, I'm signing. I gotta respect Z's place. I'm not gonna be burning up in here.
we got a little place out the back.
Exactly. PayPal my money. DFS saying, can't wait for a half hour to disappoint Z. Need to record it. Still love the passionate take though.
Always gamble legally and responsibly, but he's hitting that ticket. He's hitting that ticket. At least I can guarantee this. He's gonna hit Grootsmacher in the first round. That is what we can guarantee.
All right, let's see if he actually goes out. Bleed the Bookies MMA parlayed both the main events to not go the distance, 700 to win 707. So what do we got? Strickland and Hall. You think that goes the distance? If you're picking Hall, you think he knocks him out. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of the line there. But I do think that doesn't go is probably a good look, man. Like 5 rounds, we know the game these guys are going to play. I could see Strickland overwhelming him, with pressure and volume and just getting to Hall. And of course, I can see Hall landing a knockout shot too. And then again, we got 5 rounds, 25 minutes at middleweight too. So yeah, minus 160 for it doesn't go. That's not terrible.
And again, I know you haven't looked into the Bellator card, but you think Pitbull McKee goes the full 5? Or
to be honest, I don't know. I know Pitbull's a killer.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about McKee, to tell you the truth. So I'm just not going
to. My official prediction for that was Pitbull round 4 KO.
Yeah.
Again, very, very small lean there. That's a fucking close fight. My thing is, I think it's a huge step up for McKee. I know he fought Caldwell in his last fight, but let's be real. Caldwell was coming up a weight class. It seemed like McKee was pretty much overpowering him. It seemed like he was a much bigger dude, and then obviously pulled off that. You remember that sneaky sub he pulled off against Darren Caldwell? It was like a reverse.
No, I don't.
Shit, right?
I don't remember anything.
You don't remember that?
I'm not. I don't have my finger on the pulse
Dude,
of Bellator, man.
Probably one of you must have seen the GIF for it. Probably one of the slickest submissions all year. I've never seen it in MMA. Honestly, never seen it myself in MMA.
Yeah.
But yeah, that could be interesting as well. Yeah, pull it up. Watch it yourself. I think they'll have it on YouTube actually.
Who's it against?
Caldwell, McKee and Caldwell. It's not there. Hold on. What event did they?
I got it.
Oh, you got it? Yeah. Like, what the fuck is that? He's like twerking. He has a figure 4 on his arm and his back.
Oh, just that deep underhook on the right side, and then. Oh, is it like a compressor? Like
I think he I don't even know. Never seen that submission, and against a guy like Darren Caldwell too, right? That was crazy to me. I had like a half unit stab on Caldwell there at like plus 300 something.
See, Josh is disrespecting my smoke, my smoke ability. 15% sativa, nah.
That's awesome.
Gosh. I just haven't paid attention to Bellator this week, guys, honestly. I looked up the LFA, me and Triple J cashing LFA tickets, but...
Well, you might as well take advantage of markets that aren't really taking as much action as these other spots, right? Like Bellator and UFC obviously getting way more of the money.
Yeah.
Danny Legs in the chat. What's going on, my guy? MR saying, that's weird because that's my mom's name.
Oh.
How long have you guys known each other? At least since I got into the space, I'd say 2017, 2018.
Yeah, I mean, we met through like just MMA betting Twitter.
Yeah, we met through Twitter, and then he came to my place last January or February to do a Combative Swords episode at my house. If you guys haven't checked it out, go check it out on my channel. Yeah, we just sit and chopped it up for like 2 hours, had a couple beers, and just fucking kicked it. And it felt like we knew each other for so long. Like that was one of the first things I texted him after he left. I'm like, dude, it feels like I've known you since like fucking childhood.
Yeah, it's one of those weird things where you just meet someone and click, and it's just like, yeah, this dude's chill.
But it definitely helps that we have such a keen interest in MMA.
And that's what, dude, it's so cool nowadays. Like, I really get tripped out because, like, the kids growing up nowadays with social media and everything, like, it's just, they take it for granted, right? But the fact that you can connect with someone just based on interests and not based on, like, oh, what grocery store you're going to. You know what I mean? Not going to bump into you, right?
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's just technology enables these kind of connections to be made. It's so cool.
Let's see. Ethan Cruz, you guys talk about Gaethje Chandler yet? That's walking in the park for Gaethje.
Yeah.
It seems like that, right?
I think Gaethje there, but pre-tape as well. I don't know. And I disrespected Chandler last time. And, Gaethje's so hittable. Like, Chandler could spark him too, right?
Could happen. But, like, Gaethje's chin has just never really failed him to the craziest extent yet, right? Like he it's an accumulation with Poirier, right? Chandler is more of like a 100 quitter kind of guy.
I had Michael Johnson to beat him. That's one of those fights. I have PTBD. Wow. I have PTBD. That's post-traumatic bet disorder.
That was a crazy fight.
He had him on skates.
Yeah, first round.
He had him out dead to rights multiple times.
My guy Ryan J has 2 units on AJ McKee, 1 unit on Yoder, Raw, and Hall. Interesting. Good luck. SKD saying, Z, what band are you in?
No band, just a hobbyist.
Yeah.
Just a hobbyist.
I've always wanted to learn the guitar, but I just never got around to it. Piano is kind of in my interest right now. Like once I get some more time on my hands, I want to be able to like just fucking learn.
It's cool because you can like you don't need a grand piano. You know what I mean? You can have like a tiny
like
keyboard.
Electrical one.
Yeah.
Just hook it up to the fucking laptop. That's it.
Hey, maybe we'll start a band.
Let's see what happens. Let's see how tonight goes first. DXJC 56. What's the word on the over-under parlay for tonight? We're doing a mega UFC Bellator special combo.
Oh, I forgot. I gotta set that up too. Yeah.
I will do my over-under parlay closer to 520. So probably another half an hour. I usually do it on the back end of the stream.
I'm gonna do it crazy. You know what I like doing is taking. I don't know if all bookies offer this, but round robins. You know. The round robin option.
Yeah,
but here's
really
what I
done it before.
Here's what I like doing because that's how I got into betting on
round
fights.
robins?
Actually, I was doing like round robins the whole card for usually for just violence or underdogs, and if they if enough hit, it's a big night. But I'm gonna do these like long bomb prop round robins. So like take very specifics like rounds and like KO or sub whatnot. Because if I have a night like that, like I put one together for last UFC, it was like $21.
Yeah.
And if they all 5 hit, it's $34K.
Oh wow.
And I also bet them all individually too. So if like one comes through, I'm gonna win like a small, little.
Yeah.
So
ops is not a bad idea.
Right?
I'm not sure which website will let you do that. Actually, Coolbet Interaction. I think Coolbet lets you do that. Well, okay, Sports Interaction. All right.
$1 bets.
There you go. Narco Cop, row to start off our night on the right.
That's right.
That'd be nice. MMA Fight Club Don't Say Fight is back on. Yes, it is.
Apparently.
Nigel Lee, his card got me so on tilt with cancellations. I went full degen. Look at my Twitter, my bank locks. You'll see all the actions. Die Hard MMA, you damn whippersnapper. Talk to me when you're 33. I'm 3 years away from that. I think you're at the same age as me, right? Z?
91.
91, yeah. When was your birthday?
Well, in April.
Okay. Well, what do you think? People are gonna come stalk you? Fucking his birthday's in April. Let's go fuck his life.
I'm an Aries. That's as much as I'll say.
All right. Jesus. Nigel Lee, I got 10 on him. God. PayPal is saying let's get a lock on the guitar and Z singing if Hoffa loses.
Oh, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen.
Lucrative saying you guys head to head on any bets. That will be fun.
The main.
I don't have. Well, yeah, I don't really have a bet on him other than some parlays, but in terms of official picks, I think we're on the same page for all of it. Like no bets against each other. Under 2.5 in the Hoffa fight, and I keep wanting to say Hoffa. It's Rafa. He's Mexican. Rafa. Fuck. And then the Bays play. So I don't think you're betting DePaul there.
No.
What we can do is maybe keep track of our predictions. You go head to head in that aspect. Like I got, Ro Kosi. Who do you got? Ro, obviously, right? I got Ro. Yoder Frey. Gotta take a side.
Fuck.
I'm going with Frey.
All right, Yoder to keep it interesting, but I was gonna say Frey.
Oh, didn't say Frey.
But then you asked me and then you answered.
There's 11 fucking fights. Pick it if you want.
Nah, I won't pick it. Yoder.
Okay. Benoit Adeshev.
Benoit.
I'm going Adeshev.
Yo, buddy's in the chat. He's saying Benoit's coming in black belt Benoit.
Oh, is he?
Bet the sub, and I'm putting the sub into the long ball.
It's a crazy number, so you might as well. I understand the approach there. Chavez and Kamaka. I got Chavez. Gritzmacher and Garcia, obviously. Garcia. Bagdasarian, England.
Bagdasarian. I bet the knockout. That's a late addition for me. I put 90 on the knockout at plus 260.
Nice. I got Bagdasarian. Whit Barberena. I believe you're on Barberena. Or have you edged out?
I am, but I don't. I think I'm losing that ticket, man. I got Barberena inside just based on how finishable Whit is. But man, I think that that's really scared me. Cody Safdie painted the picture, and I was watching that just like beads of sweat coming down, and he's talking about, everything ripped out and put back.
Yeah. Cody can definitely do that to you.
I know, right? He's honestly the best at that, at like weaving a story. Not a story. Like I don't want to sound like he's,
I know exactly where you're
Yeah.
I'm on Barberena too. Stolze Gooden. What do you got?
Oh fuck, that's a weird one. I go Gooden, but I don't know. That to me is just one of those fights.
That's a weird fight to
That's
me
a weird
too.
fight.
Do
you want Gooden? Would you rather?
I'm taking Stolze.
All right.
There you go. DePaul Bays. I'm on Bays. You're gonna take DePaul?
No, I'll take Bays. You're not. It's not coming down to Bays, and you beat me saying, "See, I told you so." I put her in my DraftKings lineup.
Canyon Yaya is off, and then Strickland Hall. You got Hall. I got Strickland. So we are pretty. There are some head-to-head spots in terms of predictions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 fights of the 11 that I believe we have.
Yo, what's this? Phil Rowe by knockout at plus 500. That's going in the thing.
Yeah,
Phil Rowe plus 140 now. What money coming in on Orion?
Yo, he missed weight, dog. Didn't you see that?
Should go the other way.
Brian Anthony's saying Bayes down to minus 155.
It's just so weird to me. Like I get DePaul is big red flags and be taken down, but like it's just, man. Sometimes I love that perspective of just take a step back. Do you really want to put money on this thing happening?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or on this fighter?
Of course, I'm going to look like a complete idiot, and anybody that took Bays is going to look like a complete idiot if she loses. If she loses by like,
she'll probably win. You're fine. It's
don't make me
fine.
overthink it.
It's fine.
Don't make me overthink it. Dan Goldstein, actually, no, he's talking to somebody else. Here's some DK questions. Tintin Poker for DK Cash. Stack Goodwin or Gooden and Stolze to guarantee a cheap win, and stack all of the favorites. Do you like that approach, C?
Stack
Gooden and Stolze to guarantee a cheap win.
For cash, stack it. Man, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not a big fan of.
I'm gonna plead the fifth, but I get it for cash. Like I do understand. Yeah. That's not a bad angle to stack a fight.
But I feel like there's a.
I'll tell you my lineup. I'll tell you right what I got here. Because I just played one just casual DK this week. I'm trying to hit that $18 big boy though.
Scott Vetter House Strickland's casting. I think it's pretty good.
Here's my DK lineup. If anyone wants to split the main prize,
go for it.
Bagdasarian, Baez, Garcia, Hall, Kamaka, and Rowe. So if it boils down to Hall, I think that'd be a decent shot, dude. I really think people are too confident in Strickland here.
John Schiffman, this ain't a close fight. Pitbull is going to do him bad. Makes sense.
There's no certainties, Jonah.
Let me catch up with the live chat here.
Oh right, Benoit sub. Your boy Benoit better get this done.
Jonah
plus 1100.
Saftik the go to MMA orator. I'm right there with you, brother.
Dude,
he has a gift for sure. PayPal has money saying Bays should be low owned on DK. I don't dislike it. See that low finish rate should scare everyone off. Yeah.
All right, this is the long bomb prop round robin that I'm stringing together here, boys. We got 5 outcomes, right? I got 4 knockouts: Melsick by knockout, Hall by knockout, Rowe by knockout, Kamaka by knockout, and Ryan Benoit by submission. I'm gonna play the singles, the doubles, the quads, and the 5-piece. So that's 21 bets total. $1 a bet. $21, and what can I win if that all happens? $10K. Let's go.
All right, we'll keep that in mind. I have one prop parlay that I could put together. 3-legger. One of them is fucking dead now. I had Kang by decision. So I have Bays by decision and the under 2.5 in Gritzmacher and Garcia. It's a 2-legger now. I like to put 3-legger decision props, or not decision props, but just props together, just for the fuck of it. And it's not going to work out today. We'll see.
That's the thing with real. That's the thing with real. Putting like a real bet in a parlay is like if you're like, oh, I'm going to structure it like this, and you get your money management all set up, and then one falls out, and you're like, well, now I'm stuck with all this money on this guy, and if it wins, I'm not going to have enough return.
Yeah.
And then also you're like, you don't want to add to it because then if he ends up losing, then you're in it too deep. So like, I honestly just think straight bets, even like laying the chalk, like what we did with Gonzalez versus Huerta, it just feels so nice. Like you put a hefty bet out, he goes in there, gets it done easy, and you just get your money. Yeah, in and out.
Just one fight, one condition.
Yeah,
you need to hit. I have 2 Bellator and UFC mixed parlays. One of them being Nurmagomedov, Rapidanov, Bays, and Strickland. That's a nice little payout, plus 189. And then I have another one, Phil Rowe, Ronnie Lawrence, which is canceled, Nico Montani, which is canceled, Bays, Rabadanov, and Nurmagomedov. So could be a pretty damn good night if all these come through or start coming through.
You know you're hitting that Rafa under 2.5, man.
I hope so. I have 1 unit riding on it, Z. Come on. Not to mention all the other fucking DJ plays that I got out there.
I just think this is like man, I can't understand if Chris Gutierrez comes out here and shocks the world, shocks me. I don't know what I'll do, but I can't see that. There's no way he comes out here and has a good showing. I'm planting my flag, boys. Go back.
Does money grow on trees, Locke? Or Locke? Wow, my baked already cheese. I was reading one of the comments in someone, but does money grow on cheese, Z? Is that what you're saying with Rafa Garcia?
I'm not saying it grows on trees. I'm just saying it's such an obvious spot. Anyway, I can't wait. I'm not buying any devil's advocate narratives either. I've heard it all. Oh, what if this? What if that? John Stargarian has. Yo.
John Stargarian can say whatever the fuck he wants after that last fucking night that he had.
I should give some context because sometimes I'll say shit like that to guys I'm friendly with, and then people in the chat are like, "Oh, this dude's an asshole." John knows it's all love.
That's jokes. John has in the chat. What's going on, buddy? Appreciate you stopping by here. Evo stuff is tired of making parlays. We don't have too much more left to parlay.
Now, what I will say is I do like how Safdie does it, where it's like he's got like levels to it, and like, okay, where's your confidence?
I don't mind that.
Yeah, I that's a cool way to bet. I'll be honest.
D. Spearman, have you had Clinton Safdie on? Yes, plenty of times. Not as a fight companion though, or whatever the fuck we're doing right now. Fight Game Lab Chat. Dan Goldstein, if Groots wins, I'll change my name to Daniel Grootsmacher Simpington Goldstein. I won't be worthy of being a dad anymore.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Cody Everly asked me AJ or Pitbull. I'm taking Pitbull, but no real confidence on that spot. Bear Maulings, why is the Baghdasaryan fight juiced to the over? This shit feels like a free spot for the over. I'm not like completely sold on that narrative that it's juiced shit. That's a free under.
Don't listen to this devil's advocate. Bet it.
No, trust me. Don't get me wrong. I think that Baghdasaryan wins by KO. That's my prediction.
But his gas tank that's why I opted for that, because he's the favorite. I don't want to trust his gas tank, but he is a very potent, very dangerous southpaw, explosive striker, right? But if he gasses, Anglin will be around, and Anglin is a more experienced fighter. So Bear Maulings knows what he's talking about.
I think the narrative from me more so is that I don't trust Anglin to get the leg finish.
But you know Melsik will gas.
But to what extent, right?
But we're not. I mean,
like, we only have one fight's worth of data for that, right?
True. And it was the only time he went there. All right.
And he looked decent in rounds 2 and 3. Like, he was still putting enough power on the shots that I felt it was intimidating Bazookia, which is why he wasn't throwing. Could he do the same thing to Anglin here? Maybe.
Like, he did enough to cash my plus 105 ticket on Contender Series.
Oh, shit.
What's up?
Evo Steph's a Beats brother fighting or something? Yes, he is. Against the Kane. JSJ23, how much time do you guys put into tape studying? Obviously depends on the fight, depends on the circumstances, depends on the matchup, right? Like if you want to go back and watch a certain fight.
I watched Hani Aya. I watched Hani Aya versus Chase Beebe. That's how far back I go.
Jeez. I almost count things out there like more than 6 years ago.
I'm kidding.
I wouldn't even be surprised.
I skimmed his record and saw that
I wouldn't be surprised. I know you like to fucking do everything with the.
It really does depend. Like for me, and I really like Lucrative has made this point because he goes like sometimes you look into a fight and it's just like the first couple fights you watch you don't really have a read, and then you watch 4 fights of each guy and you still don't have a read. So what I'm doing is if I look into a fight and there's nothing really jumping out at me, I'm not gonna dive into it. But if a fight like grips me and I'm like, okay, let's see what we're dealing with here, then I dive in and really go deep like what I did with Garcia and Grootsmacher.
Yeah, again, it does depend. Everybody asks me that like pretty much every week. They're like, how much time do you spend on tape study and all that type of stuff? Again, it totally depends on the matchup.
Tajikbey, shout out to Tajikbey, but he's saying tape study is irrelevant. And what I will say is if you can formulate betting criteria based solely on statistics or just known things, fair play, more power to you. Because
I also think though
it takes
he's kind of trolling here.
No. All right, he might be trolling, but there is credence to not spending time doing the tape and removing any like decision making out of it. Like if you just have a structure where like, oh, I'll bet the guy who's younger by 4 years if he's plus 120, and that's just what you do. I do see some credence to that, but the problem is you're going to run into some really bad spots. So that's why I think you got to tape to read between the lines. Right?
I don't see the reason not to give yourself more information. That's
time. Because
Well,
time,
yeah,
to automate
for sure.
the process. That's
For sure. If you don't want to waste, if you don't have the time to do it tonight, understand it. But if you do have the time to do it, I feel like you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't look into it.
I think the best in this game, it's a combination of everything.
Let's see what else these guys are saying here.
Yeah, the GOAT doesn't troll; he rolls. Tajipe.
I love Tajipe. He knows he's my dude. Troll or not, it's funny. Somebody was saying that this guy went through like an evolution. He used to be that troll that everybody knew was the troll, but like a positive troll.
Yeah.
And now he's slowly uncovering himself as like a legitimate capper. Like I think he just recently made a Twitter or something like that too. But shout out to Tajipe. Let's see.
Luke McCann, the best one plus 1,000 prop of the night was Rafa in round 1 by KO plus 1,400.
Mixed Martial Arts, what's up? Lock new location. Yeah, just hanging out in my guy Z's place to watch some fights. John West, not sure how Vegas line things, but I imagine it's all star based, not tape based. Their job is slightly different than our job, right? Their job is to put a line out there for us to move and shift. Obviously, they need to be as close to accurate as possible, but they can't always do that.
Yeah, that's an interesting angle. Like, you might not even set the line where you think the real percentage is if you think you're going to just get a ton of action, right? Like, you might, You want to also take into consideration public perception, right? Yeah.
Maybe that's a question I'll ask Kalikas next time. Yeah, he still lives there, right?
Shout out to Nick Kalikas.
Yeah. I'll drop a little GM. I might be doing the Ultimate Wayne show with him for the August 21st card in person as well. I'm going to be out in Vegas for that card. Bear Maulings, would you call it a hot take to call strawweight top 3 UFC division? Not really a today question, so I understand if you want to stay on topic. I don't think it's that crazy talented, right? Strawweight?
What? What are we talking about?
Would you call strawweight a top 3 UFC division? Sorry.
No. What? No. What?
Yeah. Like easily lightweight and bantamweight come to mind right away.
Bantamweight and lightweight, get it right.
Yeah, definitely.
What division is this guy fighting? Adrian Yanez.
I can't think of a third one, but yeah, strawweight probably wouldn't be it. I still think it's a little thin.
Featherweight, I think, is pretty good still. Is it not?
Sorry, featherweight.
Volk,
Ortega, Holloway, TKZ.
Yeah.
Zabit, if he's fucking active.
Our guy, Charles Jourdain.
Charles Jourdain.
Yo, Charles Jourdain's, dude, as a fan, like I have capitalized on him a few times, but as a fan, he's just the kind of fighter I love to see. Like he will go for shit. You know what I mean? He'll throw himself into the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, he's
him and his brother. His brother is very talented too.
Yeah.
Not the greatest record, obviously. Like he had a little bit more of a tumultuous run on the TKO scene, but still very fun, good fighters. Pretty much the same fighters. Dylan R, you've probably already been asked already. Are you dual screening tonight, and will Bellator be on the bigger screen?
Probably.
I love you guys. Luke McCann saying 135, 45, 55, top 3. Can't argue with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Luke McCann. Yo, hey, let's put some respect back on the light heavyweights. That division's bubbling.
It's getting back to it, right?
Yeah.
Like there was that dead spot once Joan started to
once Joan
like cleaned it out,
the legends,
and everybody got old.
Yeah, it had to shed its skin, but
yeah.
It's
we
got back.
We got Prohaska. We got Volkovich who's coming into his own now.
Yeah, dude, who saw that coming? That's crazy to me. Like, if you were around back in the day, Blachowicz was like. He was red flagged beyond belief. Like he lost to Pat Cummins. He got grinded.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, with all due respect, like he's had some terrible looks, and then he just never quit, grinded it out. The hardware was always there. He's got so much experience now. Like, monster.
That's a crazy story of a guy that like came into the UFC seeming to be somewhat already polished in the final product and still evolving and becoming better.
Like 10 years later, you know?
Yeah.
Like when he made his debut and knocked out Ilir with the body kick.
Yeah.
Everyone
was crazy.
I was just like, holy,
Yeah.
this guy can hit. But then
I love seeing stories like that where you see guys like have an
it's
obvious evolution.
it's
Like
gonna
Max Holloway, same thing.
that's my MMA betting story, Locke.
But still, like Max Holloway, right? We saw him come into the UFC, what, 4 fights, 5 fights?
Yeah. Dude, if you go back and watch Poirier and Holloway 1, they actually look like children now. Like they look like tiny little.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Dude, did you see the picture of Alan Belcher?
Yeah.
What the fuck is he on and a half?
Creatine's a hell of a drug, man.
Let's see.
Yo, Belcher's legit too, man. What a guy who like his skill set was so good. Like his grappling was so good defensively. His kickboxing was so
Paul
good.
Harris fight was the one that always sticks out to me.
Yeah.
Like so get into the jaws of defeat, survive, and then beat the shit out of the guy.
And just a lot of entertaining fights. And we were gonna do that. Maybe this is the best way to do it. Would be for you to come back up here. I don't know. I don't know if I'll invite you.
Unless I trash your place.
No, but if we go back and we watch some of the old classic bangers, because I know there's this new wave of fans that are like,
for sure,
they don't know about savages like the Thiago Silvas, the Chris Lydles.
Dude,
you know what I mean? Like
UFC 50 to about UFC 170, 180 was like golden era for me. That was the golden era.
For me, I would scale it back just a little bit because I really liked the Pride merger. Like I came into this to being a fan right after Pride merged. So I was going back watching Pride fights, watching old UFC fights. And so I feel like the golden age was right at that cusp where it was still so new, and you had like Liddell versus Tito, Liddell versus Randy trilogy. Like the Liddell versus Randy trilogy in MMA or UFC history, to me, that's like a big foundation block, you know?
That's so you were getting into it around that time.
The first event that I watched live was UFC 81 when Lesnar made his debut against.
That was mine too.
Yeah? That's crazy.
Because I followed Lesnar over.
I didn't. No. I just, it was hyped up and people invited me. I wasn't. No.
Okay. No, I was a huge wrestling in NBA ruled my life the way MMA rules my life now. And then I flipped over to MMA. I'm like, oh, they do this shit for real? Let's go. I'm in.
I just started, I swear, I told this on my stream last night too, but I just started YouTubing fights, like street fights and shit. Got into Kimbo. You know, I saw a bunch of Kimbo fights.
Yeah.
And then I started seeing MMA highlight videos like Anderson Silva, Vanderlei Silva. Yeah. And then I was just like, started to get hooked.
I'd say my first favorite fighter was Shogun.
Yeah.
Shogun right there. I know, I saw that. I was like, you bitch. Yeah.
Sweet,
that's dope. Yeah, no, he's definitely one of my favorites.
And that's what I'm talking about. Like, UFC fans might be aware of some of Shogun's like later fights, but honestly, since he broke his arm, he was kind of like all his UFC fights, he didn't look the same guy as in Pride because he was so wild and like recklessly aggressive in Pride.
Well, wasn't his first couple fights against Mark Coleman? It was like a complete stinker.
Yeah.
And was Barrett on the prelims?
I was actually live. I was live for the Liddell fight, Shogun and Liddell.
Oh,
I was there.
That was in Montreal, right?
Yeah, I've seen some really good fighters live. Like
my first one was 113 when Shogun won the title.
Nice
against Machida. That was nice. That was so sick.
It was so satisfying too because we all know he won the first fight, and then they made the rematch, and he made it definitive right away.
Not often you see somebody saying, "Shout out to Roy McDonald for getting me into MMA." Let's see what else these guys are saying. Brandon Ortega is saying my first favorite fighter was Chris Lieben.
Yeah, we wanted to watch the Chris Lieben.
Yeah, you're telling me like it's not really that long, considering how fucking violent most of those fights are.
And the old school like what are they called? Ultimate Knockouts. Those DVDs. You get those DVDs. They come out every year or so. Like there was one a year, I guess.
Yeah. And
you pop it in, and they would just show you like, oh, these are the best knockouts. So many times you see Chris Lieben just getting whooped, and then bam, like man, he's like the most dangerous fighter when hurt.
Vinny G saying watch some Rich Franklin fights. Yeah. His fights are good too. I'm totally down. Like I have a respect for that era of fighter, right? Yeah. Like the Franklins and the Liebens and even Mark Munoz to a certain extent, right? Like he was in that era as well too. Yeah, crazy.
James Irvin had some fun.
Houston Alexander.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Dude, I love to this day his knockout of Hector Ramirez is one of the sneakiest switch lead right hooks I've ever seen. If you guys want to go back and watch it, I actually did a highlight of it. But like the way he switches his stance so subtly and hits him with the lead right out of nowhere, beautiful stuff.
Ursula Mombeki, yes, we do know that King is out. Baze is now the co-main event. That's the kind of fight night we got ahead of us, guys. Big Bird PH, what we think of Strickland, Baze, Benoit, and Garcia parlay. Personally, I think they all win except Benoit, but that's a very close fight. I believe Z has Benoit as a prediction. So
yeah, but then I have. It's not that I'm predicting Hall to win. It's just I think we're looking at a very competitive fight, and I really don't know what's going to happen.
Mhm.
So that's why I like betting Hall at plus 185. But if you want to put Strickland in there, I don't hate it. But to me, we're going to see something competitive.
Bon QQ is saying the fight that got me into MMA was done.
Someone said it was Rampage, mixed partial farts or something. He said Rampage, and that's another one who got me into it. Like watching Rampage and Vanderlei go at it, and yeah.
John Shipman saying some of these fights y'all are talking about went down before I was even born.
Wow.
How fucking old are you?
Yeah, are you allowed to gamble
22,
legally?
23 or some shit. He does have a baby face, though. I'll give him that.
I mean, we're not talking about Tank Abbott over here.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not talking about the guy's name. Who's the guy who Hoist Gracie refused to fight? The Canadian. If you're coming on,
no,
come on. That guy.
I don't remember that dude.
Oh, what's his name?
Shout out to Crave Pills. He's saying that submission is a spinal crank by AJ versus Caldwell.
Spinal crank. Doesn't sound nice.
Does not at all. God, I love fucking that tweet from James. The SpongeBob one with us.
Yeah, I know, right?
I just retweeted it right now.
James is good people.
Actually, let me quickly add the Fight Companion link to
Harold Howard.
Harold Howard. Just a heads up for everybody. We're going to be doing a Fight Companion on Z's channel. I am going to quickly add the...
Right.
I'm going to add the link right into the description of this YouTube video so you guys can hop on over there. We're going to be going live at 6 p.m. Actually, we'll see what time did they push it back?
It says it starts in 40 minutes, but you know they're going to be messing
There's
around.
There's going to be a lot of filler and shit.
Yeah.
Either way, we'll start it off at 6 o'clock. Whatever.
How do you feel about that? Because I would love to see an MMA event that just does it as if it's like a nonstop production. Like when one fight ends, the other one comes in. We don't need to see the SAP stories and that should have all been done the fight week. You know what I mean? Once you're watching the product, in my opinion, stop selling me the product.
I think it depends on the
I'm just talking about
commercial time.
I'm just talking about the ideal.
Oh, you're right. Of
viewer
course.
experience.
Of course. Fight after fight after fight after fight. I'm completely in with that.
Yeah.
But, it doesn't work like that, see. Unfortunately, it doesn't.
It can do. It can work like that.
I thought once they got onto ESPN Plus and all their fights are going to be on ESPN Plus, they didn't have need to allocate commercial time and all that stuff. But the TV deal isn't the same as it is in the States, as it is in Canada and every other country. So maybe they have to go towards that. We need the what?
We need to make our own promotion.
Promotion. Let me try hitting some more 18K parlays.
Yeah,
then we'll talk about it a little bit more.
Yeah.
I'm adding the stream for the Fight Companion into the broadcast must be announced in the future. Please edit the announcement time. God damn it. I'll put it into the comment section here for you guys, and you guys can hop on over there.
Or just hop on over to my channel, Z's MMA.
Exactly.
Here
Go
on
follow
YouTube
Z as well.
Twitter. I'd appreciate it, folks.
Make sure you guys hit him with that subscribe as well. Peter Helton is saying 6:30 start time just announced.
All right.
Whatever. We'll still get around 6 o'clock. Shoot the shit. I do want to go very shortly. We got about 10 minutes left in the stream here. I will quickly put together my over-under parlay that I like to give out on this stream. So let me whip out of my intertops.eu. And
why would you ever speak without that accent?
Will I get more fans?
Yeah, 100%.
All right, get out your pens and papers, folks. We're gonna drop this parlay for you guys right now. I think I cashed one 3 weeks ago. Total was one. I believe the last week I had pretty much everything right except one. So it'd be nice if we can cash one tonight. Make it an even bigger Red Panty night, especially if Shane Bays comes through. All right, let's see. Phil Rowe, Orion Kosi, over under. I'm gonna stick away from that one. I'd go over 1.5.
Oh, it's 1.5. Okay.
Yeah, it's 1.5. If it was 2.5, I'd probably go with the under. But over 1.5 is sketchy for me. Adeshev Benoit over under.
Hold up, Alexander. Let's answer Alexander.
What's he saying?
I believe it's back on the Gooden versus Stolze fight. The last I heard is it's on. I don't know.
I'm listening to Z. So if Z is talking shit and blowing smoke on my ass, let's see.
I heard.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look at the last. Yeah, the last update from at least Marcel Dorf, Big Marcel, who I trust a lot. Stolze versus Good is back on per UFC officials. COVID protocols forced it off earlier this morning, but after doctor's clearance, it's good to go. So there you go. All right. Let me get back to this over-under parlay.
Yes,
obviously, over 2.5 in your fray. Obviously, right? I'll go over 2.5 for Kamaka Chavez. I'm going to go under 2.5 for Gritzmacher Garcia. Under 2.5 for Whit Barberena. Over 2.5 for DePaula and Bays. I wish the Strickland Hall one was 4.5, not 3.5. But I'm still going to go with the under 3.5. Yeah, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 legs there. I don't want to make a decision on Roe Coasty. If you guys have access to the under 2.5, I would rather take the under 2.5 than the under 1.5. Adeshev Benoit, I'm a little bit skeptical about, so I'm just going to stay away from that fully. Bogdasarian, Anglin, again, a little sketched out for that, but I'd leave the under, but I'm going to keep it out. Stolze, Gooden, I'm going to stay away from that one too. Let's hop on over to Bellator to see if I can add any other spots. Well, my bookie only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the props out here. Nothing that sticks out too much to me. Yeah, I'm going to keep Bellator off of it. The total for McKee and Pitbull is 2.5 for me. I would take the under 3.5 if that's something available. Sanchez Burnell, I'm going to go. I'm going to stay away from that one too. Fuck. And then Nurmagomedov, apparently this Moro guy is quite durable from what I've seen, so I'm going to stick away from that one. Mamedov and Primus, I'm cool with the over 2.5 in that spot. All right, so all in all, we got Jinyu Fry, Ashley Yoder over 2.5, Kamaka Chavez over 2.5, Gritzmacher Garcia under 2.5, Whit Barberena under 2.5, DePaula Bays over 2.5, Hall Strickland under 3.5, and Mamedov Primus over 2.5, plus 1932. I'm going to put $50 on it, which captures me a G.
Oh.
0.25 units? No? Is that too much?
No.
All right, there you guys go. There's the over-under parlay for people that were asking about that. Yeah, we got about 5 more minutes. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns for the stream, we got 190 viewers in here. Shout out to you guys. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe. Also, head on over to my guy Z's MMA channel on YouTube. We will be live again in just over a half an hour, watching the fights, talking shit, hopefully making some money.
Hopefully see you guys there.
Yeah, so make sure you guys are over there for a bit.
This should be fun. I definitely like this much better than, doing a on
for sure.
You know what I mean? In live, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah. My issue has always been that nobody is ever on the same fucking page.
I know. I
hate spoilers
I can't
too.
even. I know. I can't even live bet anymore because I can see the time and I just know if the fight's over or not.
Yeah.
Like the 20 seconds ahead.
Yeah. I'm not going to be live betting today.
I don't like it.
I'm not even going to bother with that.
Maybe
I think I saw Legs saying earlier that he's like, if you guys want me to hop in, it's cool. But again, you might be ahead. We might.
Can you get here, Legs? Can you get here?
Yeah. Look, we got 2 more seats on this couch that you could be on. But no,
you ever notice
in Florida?
Yo, you ever notice this is what every time. I love you, Legs.
He's the biggest roaster out there. Jesus. God,
I mean, it's plus 1,300.
I love you, Legs. I love you, Legs.
Legs knows what's up. I know he's laughing right now.
I wonder if he's still watching. That's the real question. He probably hopped off by now. He's like, these bastards.
He's probably on his way here. They had to beat the traffic.
Ooh. Oh, did I get my ticks? Did I get my UFC 266 tickets? You gonna load? Oh no. Okay, we're gonna hop off in about 2 minutes. Let's see what you guys are saying. My guy George Menexopoulos, Frey over 2.5, obviously. Kamaka over 2.5, yeah. Garcia under 2.5, yep. Witt under 2.5, yep. Bays over 2.5, yep. Oh, I think he's just listing my prop parlay. I thought he had his own parlay. But yes, that is the over-under parlay. Thank you. Thank you, George. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Shout out to my man from Greece watching this at fucking probably Tuesday at 2 a.m. or some shit.
How wild is that, man?
I love meeting people from different fucking places. Like, it's so many different people from all over the fucking world, all different time zones and shit.
What other time? Like this is seriously some voodoo stuff. You know what I mean?
Just
Like,
wait until he
live-
gets baked, boys. Just wait until he gets baked. It's gonna.
yeah, this is me so. But honestly, though, a live interactive, like streamed thing globally.
Yeah,
that's
and they probably feel like they're sitting on this couch with us as well, right?
Yeah, they're gonna get some contact high later on.
Yeah, Dog MMA saying, what did Apex tickets cost? Those were $2,000, man. US, $2,000 US.
That would be an experience though. That'd be fun.
I can't fucking wait.
That would be fun.
I'm so stoked.
Are you going?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
On the 21st.
Oh my god, that's when you that's when you should be live betting, bro.
Cannoneer Gastelum.
You live bet that. You'll be.
Well, I don't know what the fucking because there's been so many times where I've gone to the States and I can't get into my betting accounts because of the fucking regulations and all that shit. What? How am I supposed to get to it on my phone if I can't even access my betting sites?
Come on, guys. They're laughing at you, buddy. They're laughing at you. This is 2021. I'll show you. Hey.
Okay. Okay.
I'll show them, folks. Don't worry.
Let's see what these guys are saying. Bonbon is saying a value under would be the Stone say good in fight. I can see both getting KO'd. Possibility.
Evo.
What's he saying? Geolocator.
This is rookie.
While I'm in the fucking Apex, I want to enjoy that experience. Fuck live betting. Fuck live betting. I'm gonna be baked out of my mind and probably crunk too. So I'm gonna be enjoying my time. You guys might hear on the broadcast me scream out lock of the night. Who knows?
Yeah, that would
right before the fight starts. Yeah. You're my lock of the night. Get it done. I quickly skimmed that part and pre-tape and pre-lines and all that stuff. It doesn't look like the most interesting from a betting perspective. Let me pull it up here. Cannoneer Gastelum, Pantoja Royval should be a great fight. If they have the over-under at 2.5, I might take the under. That's a decent spot, I think.
Which one is it?
Gastelum and Cannoneer, August 21st. The only odds that are out are for the main event so far.
I just want to see the card. Just want to see what we're dealing with here.
I'm easily most stoked for Royval and Pantoja. That's a great fucking fight.
Yes, that's good. Kelleher and Pilarte. Yeah. That's a money-making opportunity.
Interesting.
That's a money-making opportunity. Actually,
you know what? You're right.
Yes.
You're right. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, it is.
Nightcharant, whatever. You know my guy Parker Porter's on the card.
Your guy.
I might even bet him in that spot.
Your guy. Because you took him as a plus 400 versus another sloppy.
Well, against Chase Sherman here. Considering how Chase Sherman looked last time around, not a good look for him at all. I think.
I don't recall his last fight.
Andrei Arlovsky, where Arlovsky just absolutely butchered it.
Dude, I want to talk about a legend. That guy was fighting at UFC 19.
I know, right? It's crazy seeing his fucking transformation too,
bro.
We wrote him off fucking 10 years ago.
Everybody did. Remember? Even his coaches did.
Yeah.
Coach was like, "Hey, we got to call it up." He's like, "I moved to Florida."
Yeah. Michelle Hubbard, not a bad fight. Saldana versus Lingo should be a fun striking fight. Guido versus Marco Madsen.
That's weird.
Brahimaj versus Palatnikov. Palatnikov might call me out. Maleki and Nunes, whatever.
Antonio Braga Neto.
Yeah, they just announced it a couple days ago. It's been a while since he fought, right? What's his last fight?
2017.
Jesus.
And before that, 2014.
Yeah.
My man hasn't won a fight since he knee-barred Anthony Smith in 2013. Nope. UFC Fuel TV 10. Nogueira versus Verdum, the rematch.
I know Luke is going to be super jealous because Liana Jojula is fighting on the card. I know that's his girl. Bahamundez versus Roberts should be a great fight.
over.
Martinez Strader, the under 2.5 on that probably
Oh my
is
god,
my early lean for lock of the night.
dude, Bahamundes versus Roosevelt Roberts that's
Let's go fight.
PTBD. I bet on chalk on both of them.
Oh yeah.
I've lost so much money.
It's a decent card, but again, for me, I don't really give a fuck about the name value on the card.
Right.
I just want to be for the experience. Give me the experience.
Awesome.
Like even if it was for the card tonight, would not give a shit. I get to be in the fucking apex.
Saldana versus Lingo. Okay.
Great fight, right?
Money making opportunity.
I believe so as well.
There's two good money making. Yeah.
I can't wait to see the odds on some of these though. It should be great. All right, let's see a quick skim of the comment section here, then we'll hop off. Dog MMA saying, talking about people from all over the world. Here in South Africa, the prelims start at 12 a.m. and the main event starts around 6 a.m. Fucking up religiously weekly to catch it, to watch the cards live. That is crazy. I do not envy you guys over there, over the pond.
Catch the replay. I mean, honestly, catch the replay, bro. That'd be rough, man.
I know.
I've worked grave shift. It's rough.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to hop off, guys. We'll be back in about a half an hour on Z's channel. I'm going to plug the link in the comment section again.
Z's MMA.
Z's MMA on YouTube, but that is the direct link to the actual Fight Companion link that we're going to be using. And then when you click that, you should guys click subscribe for him as well, too, because trust me, that's my guy. That's my fucking guy.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, we'll see you guys in about a half an hour. I'm going to go get baked as fuck right now. Later.